So I hate to break it to you guys, but when it comes to a well-designed bookshelf, form comes before function, and you pretty much have to forego any ideas of using them for storage because it just becomes cluttered, unsophisticated, and unstyled. I'm gonna start with this piece of artwork because once again, it creates height and then you can layer in front of it. These guys are big vintage encyclopedias, and they also create height. So if I did books that were much smaller, then it's not gonna fill up this large space. I also turn these books around so that the spines are in the back. You can get this detail of the book and they don't feel so dark and heavy, and this light cream color of the pages picks up this artwork. This guy is a great vase because he's big and tall and he takes up space but also takes up height. Now I'm gonna add some greenery. This is super important because there's a lot of empty white space here and I need to fill that. Lastly, I'm gonna add this bowl. Once again, it layers and adds a wood texture, which kind of creates a more organic feel. So we're gonna use another large piece of artwork. This time it's a bit bigger. You never want shelves to be too perfect and uniform. You want them to be a little bit organic and a little mismatchy. So I wouldn't wanna put books on this side as well as this side. Candlesticks are awesome for this. They're dainty, so they don't have that bulky feel, but they're still tall. These little wood milking stools are great for shelves because they create height and wood texture. So for these smaller shelves, there's a lot less space to fill, so you can use some smaller, normal size books. I like to mix the whites and blacks. I like using cream versus white because it kind of juxtaposes the white bookshelves and they pop a little bit more. A plate stand's not just for your grandmother. You can use them if you get a great vintage or an antique plate. A pot that's small is great because once again, it creates height and fills in that space as well. So for the rest of the shelves, you can just continue that same kind of idea and practice. Just make sure that none of the colors are too similar in each shelf, and then also make sure everything's balanced. Like, I love that there's greenery here and here, but they're not next to each other. I also like that everything's kind of staggered. So these books are up, these are down. It really ends up making it look uniform, but not too perfect. So hopefully this gives you guys a foolproof way to design your bookshelf. There's no right way or wrong way. These are just some ideas that we found work across the board. Just remember form over function, unfortunately. Make sure to layer and stagger items in front of each other and make sure nothing looks too perfect.